Benvenuti a Amici senza gluten.
Welcome to ABC Gluten Free, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We have a special show in store for you. We're doing our Christmas Cookie Craze Part 2. And today we're not technically doing a cookie, but we're doing a cookie tart. It's an amaretto cookie tart, and it's one of our favorite things. It's very delicious. Okay, thank you. And today we're using these wonderful cookies that they sent us. And thank you. I don't want to screw up your name really bad, but it's Massimiliano. Thank you so much for sending us the cookies. The box was gigantic. The cookies are delicious. And today we're making an amaretto cookie tart with the cookies. What?
Send us more.
She said send us more. You're not supposed to say that. They also have very other flavors that we didn't know about.
Pistachio.
They have a pistachio one. I read it on the list of the menu. So, okay, if you're listening, you could send a pistachio one. We wouldn't mind. But no, just kidding. We got a whole bunch of boxes of these, and we're going to make a beautiful amaretto cookie tart. So we need to get started because we have a lot of work to do. You guys know my helper, Sophia and Jeremiah, right? You guys say hello?
Hi.
And we hope you guys BYON because
Bring your own napkin.
you're going to be drooling over this delicious cookie tart. We're also making one of my grandmother's favorites and one of her most famous things that we would make with her is a struvola. That's why we have our fryer here today. So we're a little cramped on space, but we're definitely going to get started and stop trying to steal the cookies. They've been trying to steal the cookies all week, and I know I needed a few boxes just to make the tarts, so stop. Alright, so to get ready and started with the tarts, Jeremiah, could you just turn the music down a little bit? We are going to get started with a little bit of butter. So the recipe calls for 1 stick of butter, but because we're using Irish butter, we're using our delicious Kerrygold, you know we have to mix the Irish and Italian together since we did Daddy is Irish, right? 100% Irish, 100% Italian put together, and this is what you get. So we're using our Kerrygold Irish butter. We absolutely love it. We're using about 4 to 5 ounces.
Oh, it's going slow.
It calls for 1 stick, so if you're using regular American butter, you definitely need 1 stick of butter. If you're using Irish butter, it's almost like half of a stick, so half to 3/4. So Sophia's just going to mash up that butter. Jeremiah, would you go get the sugar, please? And we're going to use sugar. We have our raw organic sugar that we're going to be using today. Slow down. All right, here you go. Scrape that off a little bit. So we're going to just get our sugar ready. For the sugar, we're only using a little bit. It's like about 1/4 cup of sugar. And we're going to mix that with the butter as soon as Sophie is ready. Thank you, honey. So we're just going to measure out about 1/4 cup of sugar. And Sophie is going to... Are you ready for that or no? Are you ready for this or no? Go help her, please. Gluten-free grandma's working over there. So she's waiting for her piece of her amaretto cookie tart, which we might not even give anybody today, but we'll see. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. It does take about 30 to 35 minutes to bake in the oven at 350, so we want to really get started because we do have to roll out the top and the bottom. I'm going to show you that as we go along.
I need to whisk this so it gets nice and soft.
Well, why don't you take everything out of there? You can start using your bowl or your spoon. Your spoon or your whisk, whichever one. This week we've been making cookies all week because yes, it is Christmas cookie craze. We do love to make cookies at Christmas time. We love to give them, we love to eat them, we love to surprise people with how delicious they are, even though they're gluten-free. Right, guys? So what kind of cookies did... Yeah, what kind of cookies did we make this week? Lots. We made a lot of cookies this week. Between the biscotti and the struvola, and then our grandmother's recipes and some of our super shooter cookies that we probably can't show you everything today or next week because it's just not enough time with all the cookies that we're making. But we'll definitely post some pictures, and if you've been following us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and any of those other social media sites, we've been posting a few pictures here and there of Sophia making her own cookies for her class, and Jeremiah making his special peanut butter cookies, which came out delicious. Alright, so Sophia's just going to add, we're going to just mix the sugar and the butter together. She's going to get that blended so it kind of makes a nice fluffiness. You got it? Why don't you use the knife? Use the knife and do it like Mama showed you. So when you're baking with your kids, you really have to have patience, but you also have to have fun. You have to remember that baking is a family event in our house, and we like to have fun with it. Sometimes we make a big mess, And gluten-free grandma's there to clean it up. And sometimes we're not too bad. We don't make such a big mess. Point it down when you do it. Point the knife down. There you go. The recipe calls for 1 egg. You can either use applesauce to replace the egg, or you could use the egg yolk, or you could use the egg replacer. It's up to you. Whatever you can have.
Gotta put this one.
I'm going to actually put the whole egg in today. You guys ready? Ready for the egg or not yet? Scrape all that off and mix it up real hard with the spoon if you can.
Nice butter.
Here, Jeremiah, you can crack the egg into the bowl. What are you doing with that? Show them my picture. Those are Jeremiah's peanut butter cookies. I don't think they can see that, honey.
They were
Up,
very
up,
good.
Up. There you go. We wrapped them in powdered sugar before we baked them in the oven. And I hope you don't think you're eating that right now.
Practice.
Yeah. You're not eating that cookie right now. They had so many cookies this week. I don't know if we can handle it. No, into the bowl. Into there. Into the cup. All right, let me help you with this now. Good girl. Yeah, that's okay. All right. So once we get all this butter and sugar out, Sophia can whip it up a little bit better with the spoon. Not yet, honey. Nope. Just whip the butter up here, please. You want to just bring that all together. Now, yesterday we used a lot of our coconut oil in replacement of our butter, which you can do in this recipe if you want. Or you can use your butter replacement, whatever it is that you like. What are you doing? Stop, please. Alright, now Sophia's going to add the egg to that. It's just 1 egg. We normally use our scale to measure everything out because it's an Italian recipe and it's all grams. But since we kind of know we've done it already, but we do want to thank Digital Scales A-Z for sending us the beautiful scale. We really love it. We put a lot of different things on there other than food, so we appreciate it.
Where is that anyway?
It's in the back, but we're not going to bring it out today because we had like no room on the counter and no space. So we just kind of have everything measured and mentally noted of what measurements we need. So she has the butter and the sugar in here, and she also has 1 egg. So now we're going to get our flour going. We need about 1.5 cups of our bread box, and you guys know we have our Char bread box, the almighty box that we use for pretty much everything. This is our all-purpose flour. You got to break that up a little bit more, so get some food. You got to whip it around real, excuse me 1 second. Remember yesterday how you whipped that butter up real good? Do that again. Also for the recipe, we're going to use a little bit of orange zest. I have it already ready here. About a teaspoon is good enough. The orange flavoring and the amaretto cookies are so delicious together. I think you're going to absolutely love this recipe. Okay, now that's beautiful. All right, I'm going to give you a little bit of flour to beat it up. So we're going to do about 1.5 cups of our flour. Now you can use your all-purpose gluten-free flour, easy. Whatever it is that you decide you want to use. Go ahead, you're doing a good job. We're using about a teaspoon of almond extract. I love the almond extract. It goes with the almond flavoring of the cookies. Too much noise. It goes really nicely with the almond flavoring in the cookies. And these cookies are about 40% almonds. The almonds are from Sicily. I read a little bit about the company. Sicily? Italy, yeah. And it's really wonderful what they're doing with the products. And they have a small line of gluten-free products, mostly cookies. Good girl. Look at this mixer. She's got muscles on her. Go, girl, go. All right, you're going to stop and take a break now. Take a break because we're going to add more flour in a minute, and we don't want you to get worn out. Stop. Please stop. Okay, put that down for a second. All right, where's my... We need baking powder. All right, today we're going to use our Levito. If you guys are not familiar with this, it's an Italian product. It has a little bit of vanilla flavoring, baking soda, baking powder. We found it we get it in our Italian specialty store. I think you can get it online. Probably Amazon is the best spot to find it. Okay, close that. Thank you. So I'm actually going to just add a little bit, about a teaspoon. God bless you.
Thank you.
So we buy that by the boxes. There's like comes 5 to 10 packets in a box depending on your box size. Alright, so a cup and a half of flour to 2 cups all together. Now we might need a little bit more because we're going to be rolling this out onto parchment paper to put it in our nice spring form pan so we can get that out. You're going to have to switch.
Smells good.
Switch it up. We're going to add about a tablespoon of ricotta cheese to it. This is not a dairy-free version. If you want to use that tofuti or whatever it is that is in the grocery store, I'm not really familiar with it because we don't use that, but it's not for a minute. Let me help you.
What am I switching to?
You're switching to a wooden spoon. Jeremiah, would you get her that wooden spoon back there? Alright, so you want to get all of your ingredients off of your whisk. The whisk is really just for the dry ingredients to incorporate them or to whisk up the eggs, the sugar, the butter, that kind of a thing. Just a minute. Sophia, thank you. Alright, so guys, what are you excited about for Christmas other than presents?
Waking up on Christmas Day.
We have a really big toy giveaway this year at our church.
Go
And the
into
kids are going to be helping.
Go into the horses.
Yeah, we're going to be going to the horses on Saturday. Sophia's going to blend this up. Go ahead, you blend that up, honey. Mix that all together. Jeremiah, hold the bowl for her. Now for the filling, we're going to actually do a ricotta filling and just a little bit of sugar and a little bit of almond zest. There you go, you're doing good. You might need a little bit more flour. You okay? What you doing? What you doing?
He said don't hit me in the knee.
Okay. Now you guys, alright, take a break and Mommy will do this part. You're going to have to unwrap all the cookies. You have to unwrap the cookies. They're beautiful. They come individually wrapped so they stay really fresh once you open the box.
My hands are all buttery.
It's a really nice gift to give, too, to someone who is or isn't gluten-free. Because Italian cookies really, well, you guys know, right? Italian food really rules the world, so
No,
everybody loves an Italian cookie.
No Italian.
Oh, yeah,
food.
Italian.
Alright, we've got a really nice dough here forming. This is beautiful and it smells delicious. You guys are crinkling and making a lot of noise.
I can't open this because my
Look,
butter.
do
My
that.
hands are buttery.
Alright, we're going to use that for some more. Alright, Sophia, sorry, honey. We're real tight here today. We have our fryer and it's just a little squishy. A little squishy with you here. Alright, we need more cookies. Open up the cookie. You're putting it in your pocket? She's putting the cookies in her pocket. She's pickpocketing cookies. Alright, so I'm just incorporating this until we get that nice dough. We're gonna roll it out. We gotta get started. We have more work to do. So look at how nice this dough is. Beautiful. Now we're gonna cut this in half because it's gonna be the top and the bottom. A little bit more flour.
No, I took them before.
Don't need it anymore.
Don't need
I
anymore.
took them from
How many
the
did they eat? Did anybody see that?
I only got a quarter. Sophia ate the whole thing. Is that good?
I think we need maybe 3 or 4 more.
I got it.
Alright, so I'm just cutting the dough in half. Just, eyeballing it. So we have 2 nice pieces of dough. We have our parchment, and Jeremiah, you're going to get the plastic wrap.
Yeah, unwrap them.
Excuse me, honey. Can you unwrap those cookies? And Mommy's going to get rolling. Could you move over a little bit? Because I have a little bit of space. Thank you. We have our rolling pin. Jeremiah, can I have plastic wrap, please?
Yeah.
I'm going to put plastic wrap on top so it doesn't stick. And then if it gets a little bit too sticky to the plastic wrap, I'll just add a little bit more flour. It's the same thing if you're rolling out, dough with gluten in it. You always need to flour. Thank you, honey. Alright, so just cover your dough with a little bit of plastic and then start to roll it out. This dough is really soft, very light, and really delicious. So you just want to be very careful with it. You want to just keep turning and pushing, turning and push. And take your time, but if you make some holes or make mistakes, don't worry, you can just piece it back together. You can help me roll that one, sure. I already cut the circles for our springform pan, so if you wanted to, you can cut yours and get it ready, or you can just put the whole piece of parchment in it and just kind of crinkle it up on the sides. Okay, so we're just going to roll this out a little bit more. Almost ready. Okay, so that looks good. Now we have a little piece hanging off, we can get rid of that.
Looks like that.
Now we just pull back real easy and your crust is ready. For our springform pan, we actually just put coconut butter in it, coconut oil, whatever you want to call it, and we got that ready. And then we're just going to kind of press this down. You can use any kind of pan you want. I'm going to show you the 3 pans that we have. Just a minute. We have this kind of pan, which is the bottom releases, and it's a shorter step. We also have this, which is one of my favorite pans to use. And this kind of cooks a little bit faster, not so deep. And this one we're going to use today because I like the springform pan, especially with this kind of a cake.
Here, I'll help.
Finish that. Jeremiah can put the cookies back over there. I'm going to start rolling out the second piece. I have the parchment ready. Hold on for a little bit, please. Thank you. Okay, that's enough now. Don't do any more.
Can I roll that one out?
Alright, we're going to get our bowl and we're going to get started on the filling. Jeremiah, would you get the small bowl in the back there? We're going to get started on the filling. Now the filling is actually going to be the cookies with a little regatta cream and also a little bit of our orange zest and almond extract.
Am I rolling it out?
Yeah, roll it out gently. Don't press very hard because it's a very soft dough. We're going to put this away because we're not going to use this pan today. But those are all good pans that you can use. And, you know, some of them we got at the thrift store. They're like 50 cents, 75 cents. Of course, this one is the springform pan, which this one's actually made in Germany. I always try to look for products that are made in a quality place. Like the cookies made in Italy, which when they told us they wanted to send them to us, of course, I said yes, because we want to try them, of course. We've seen a lot of other amaretto cookies, but none of them that are actually gluten-free. This is the first box that we found. So if you guys are gluten-free and you haven't had amaretto cookies in a long, long, long time, you can actually order them on their website. And I think, let me see, it's gooditaliaspecialties.com. And they actually have a list of all their other products. And they have a list of, actually, it tells you where the product comes from. Most of them are made in Sicily. The almonds are really specialty almonds. And you can read all about their products on there. And they have 6 or 7, can't remember, 6 or 7 or 8 even different kinds of cookies. Some of them are chocolate, some of them are pistachio. Some of them have a little cherry on top. So you're going to want to go check that out. It's really cool. Alright, so we're going to get on our filling. We're just using ricotta cheese. About 2 tablespoons, big tablespoons. A little bit of almond extract. We're going to just repeat that flavor of the cookies in the tart, inside and out. Just a little sprinkle of sugar, not a lot. You guys know how much I don't like to use sugar, pretty much. We're just going to mix that up a little bit. How you doing, Sophia? Good, keep going. You want to let Jeremiah do some? Okay. No, she always wants to do all the work by herself without any help. Today she has to let us help her. We give Jeremiah a chance in a minute, okay? Because we need to get this going. Alright, so what we're going to do is we have our crust inside. You see how beautiful that is? We're ready to go. I'm going to just put a little bit of the orange zest in there.
Don't push it. I'm not pushing it.
Just a little bit more of that orange zest. It's going to be a really nice flavor inside. And I'm going to spread that filling on the bottom. The This is like the best right here. My friend Catalina came over one day and shared this recipe with us from her family that's from Italy. And we've modified it a little bit to make it our own. And we absolutely love it. So thank you, Catalina, for sharing your family recipe with us.
My turn.
And Amaretta cookie tart is now my favorite family recipe, along with a bunch of other ones.
Mommy, my turn.
Jeremiah, Sophia, let Jeremiah do something.
I was gonna.
Thank you, honey.
put-
Okay, thank you. All right, so we're just gonna we're putting the filling inside. Don't move it out of the way. We're just kind of putting it nice on the inside. Now this would be really cool if you wanted to do a lot of layers and you wanted to put some fruit in there too with the cookies. We also like this with pears, it's delicious. You can even do it with figs, which would be nice.
Not that good.
No, keep going. Okay, so that's all set. The next step that we have to do is we're going to take our Amaretta cookies and we're just going to kind of just line them up inside. This is the fun part. Look, we're going to just line them up nice. Can you see that? Take your time. We're not rushing. The really cool thing is when you bake this tart, the crust on the top just kind of forms around the cookies and it makes like little bubbles. It almost looks like bubble wrap in a cookie tart form. It's really cool. No. You want to make sure you get all the angles. Okay, we might have to cut a few so we fit them in there. I'm going to cut a few. Fill in the corners. These are really nice and soft. Here, Sophia. No, I'll do it. Sophia? Mommy said no. Thank you. Okay, now we just cut a few in half. They're really soft and delicious. Sophia's going to fill in those holes there, and then we'll show you when we're done with that. That's going to go in the oven, 350 for about 25 to 35 minutes. But we definitely want to make sure we can... Yeah, that's done. Thank you. Okay, no more. We're going to put a little bit of chocolate chips on top. We're using our Enjoy Life chocolate chips, which are our favorite. We use them pretty much for everything. Just a little bit. The chocolate melts together with the cookies and it's just really delicious. Did you eat
one?
those?
You ate one.
You got something in your mouth, little girl? Nope. Secret. Alright, now for the top, we're just going to take this that Jeremiah rolled out and Sophia helped with. We're going to peel back our plastic and look how nice we have the top for the cookie tart, and we're just going to flip it over. Even it out the right way. You actually don't even have to peel this parchment paper off. You could bake it like that. But what we want to do is we want to seal the edges together on the inside. So you just want to kind of pull back and make sure you can see what you're doing a little bit. I know it's hard for you guys to see, but I'm just kind of pulling back here and making sure I'm connecting the two pastries together.
How does it look?
It looks good.
Perfect.
It looks beautiful. Now what we're going to do is bake this just like it is. And I'm just kind of pressing the edges together. You can remove the paper if you want, or you can leave it on. It's totally up to you. It's going to bake the same. If you remove the paper and you want to just put a little bit of sugar crystals on top, you can do that. I'm going to leave the paper on, although it's coming off very easy and nice. Look how it's peeling back beautiful. I'm going to leave it on because that's how I baked it the last time and it came out good, so I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, now Jeremiah's going to put that in the oven. You want to just show them how it looks on the top? Sophia, we don't need that anymore, honey. Thank you, though. Oh, actually, we could roll this rucola on here, okay? Alright, so that's the Amaretta cookie tart, the I Siciliani cookies that Massimiliano gave us. And we're going to get that in the oven, and we hope that's done in time so we can show you. And you have your napkin to pick up the drool, because we're going to put a little mascarpone and ricotta cheese on top when we're done, a little powdered sugar. It's going to be delicious. Jeremiah's going to make us a nice cup of coffee. We'll put 25 minutes for now, we'll start with that. Alright, now we're going to get started on our stuvola. Say it.
Struvola!
Stuvola. Now this is probably
My favorite recipe.
This is, I think, her favorite recipe to make, but it's my favorite recipe because it reminds me of my grandmother and my brother and all of the times that we had making strudel together.
It's my
And it's a
favorite
lot
to
of
eat.
fun.
It's mine.
They are delicious to eat, and you can do so many different things with them. Could you stop, please? Thank you. You can do so many different things with the strudel. Today we're doing the basic Italian recipe, the traditional way to do it with the honey and the jimmies on top. But we're going to get started on the dough because we want to share the recipe with you because it is egg-free, dairy-free, soy-free. Obviously, it's gluten-free. And what else? What else? What
Good
else?
for you. Delicious for you.
All right, Jeremiah, could you get me... What is that?
I don't know what.
Could you get me a bowl, please? Thank you. All right, so we don't need that right now. That will be later. So for the strudel, we're going to just do 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. We're actually using Drew from Nature's Approved sent us a really nice jar of this beautiful coconut oil. And Sophia, you need to put this down and get the pastry blender, please. All right, so we're going to use about 2 ounces of that. The strudel came out really nice using the coconut oil. It just tasted delicious. It had a really nice crisp flavor on it, and it was so yummy. Do you need to take a break?
I'm not getting tired. I'm excited. Just strudel. I love it.
All right, we need our applesauce. We're going to use our Levito again. That's our baking powder, baking soda, vanilla flavoring. We have milk and our flour. You ready? Break that up. So there's no eggs, there's no soy, there's no dairy. We're using almond milk today. You can use whatever kind of milk that you like. Here, I'm going to give you some applesauce.
I thought we used sugar.
Baking powder, right?
Yeah, we use baking powder. You can use applesauce to replace your egg in this recipe. You can use the egg replacer or you can just use an egg. It's totally up to you. Alright, we're going to do our Levito. About a teaspoon of the Levito. Now we have our fryer on 350. We're going to get it ready. And we hope that we have all wheels turning well today. This is our little Gordon Ramsay fryer. Now we added our gluten-free stickers, as you guys can see, from Kelly at glutenfreelabels.com. And wherever we go, we bring this. When we make Zeppelis, when we do strudel, when we do shows on the road, we take this with us because this is one of the most exciting things to do. People love funnel cakes. They love Zeppelis, right, guys?
Yeah.
And we have a lot of fun doing that. And if you guys have any inquiries, you can email us at abcglutenfree@gmail.com.
Woohoo!
All right, you ready? Do a good job on that.
Do you want to hold the bowl?
Hold the bowl, hold the bowl. Don't even mess.
No, just do it. Blend it up good. Yeah. Get that blended. The coconut oil, I don't like to microwave it, and I don't like to warm it up too much if I don't have to. I don't like for it to lose its properties because we're going to actually put it in the fryer, and we don't know what happens when it goes in there, but we try to keep it all intact until we have to do that. Go ahead, let me see. Blend this up. Oh, see, you're pushing mommy away again. Let me see, please. Okay, that's almost ready. We're going to add a little bit of milk and a little bit of flour to kind of let her go and do a little bit more on that. You need about 2 cups of flour. We're going to start with just a little bit so she can get that coconut oil incorporated. Break it up a little bit. You can use whatever milk you like. If it's soy milk, you can use coconut milk, you can use goat milk. We use goat milk for a lot of our recipes. It does have that protein in it and the fat in it that you kind of need. for some recipes, but we've done this with almond milk and coconut milk and it's come out really nice. They do puff up, they do get fluffy. They have a little crunchy outside and a little soft inside, and they just really taste good. Alright, you ready? Why don't you switch to a spoon? Here.
You don't have to get that.
You guys, there's like one little cookie left right here.
All that happened.
I knew they were going to take it. I'm surprised they even left it there. We have to keep our Santa plate out for our cookies because we want him to make sure he stops at our house. Alright, let Mommy try now, please. Alright, so what we have is our dough getting ready to make our strudel. We have our Amaretta cookie tart in the oven. And we have Sophia and Jeremiah waiting to be worked. They like to work. They also like to kiss each other all day long. Okay, Sophia, you're doing a good job, honey. Mama's going to give you more to do. I'm going to add some more flour now. So slow down, please. I'm going to add some more flour, so you need to stir softly. Stop for 1 minute, please. We want to make this into a nice dough that we can roll. We're going to roll into ropes, and we're going to cut them into little pillows, and then we're going to fry them. So we have our fryer at 350, and it seems like it's ready to go.
Me too, me too. Na, da, da.
Okay. Let Mommy see that.
I can barely see it.
You can always add a little bit of milk if it's too dry. You okay? You could use milk or you can use ice water actually if you want to. Alright, here. You want me to do this or you want to do it?
I'll do it.
What are you guys laughing at?
I wasn't laughing at anything.
What are you laughing at?
She's
Did
scratching
something
my
happen?
back.
Oh, she's struck. What about mine? Okay, thanks. That's good. I could bake like this all day. Alright, so I'm just going to get my hands into it right now. Because we don't want to run out of time. We want you to be able to see the strudel.
Now I gotta get my knife ready to cut.
Yep. We actually have a dough in the refrigerator ready. You might need a little bit more liquid for this. Gluten-free flours seem to absorb liquid a lot faster. So we had about 1/4 cup of milk in there. We're going to add a little bit more. Oopsie. Okay, so now we're just going to blend that together. Then we play the wet and dry game, which we love so much. But this one looks like it's good. Okay, can you stop now? Thank you. Alright, so we've got our dough. It's almost ready, almost ready. We just want to show you how it forms into a nice ball. And if you're using your food processor, I know I say this all the time, you use your food processor, this takes about 3 minutes altogether. Alright, so we have our nice dough. We're going to form this into a ball. We're going to refrigerate this, but because we have one ready to go. So we're going to just put this to the side for now. We have our strudel dough that we made earlier. Go wash your hands, please. Alright, so we have our nice strudel dough here. And we're actually going to just cut it into quarters. And we're going to roll it into a rope. This is when we need to flour our bench and all that kind of stuff.
The
flour by me
too. Flour by me too. I need some on my hands because I just got them wet.
Okay, there you go.
You gotta keep going.
Make sure you're constantly flouring because you don't want everything to stick. Alright, so we're just going to roll it out. You don't want too much flour because then it's going to break apart.
I think mine has too much flour.
Alright, well you just have to work it with your hands. Work it with your hands. We'll do a little piece at a time so we can show you. Here we go.
Rip that apart.
Alright, I'm just going to show you the first batch. I'm going to do that real quick. just cut little pieces off. Little pillows about 1/2 inch. We have our fryer basket ready to go. And we're going to dunk them in. I apologize that you can't see the fryer going on, but you're going to see those little bubbles. And then they're going to rise to the top when they brown. You just want to shimmy them and jiggle them around a little bit. You okay, Jeremiah? You can move over a little bit now. Too much flour and the dough's going to break apart because it's just too dry. So you can just use your hands to kind of renegotiate the dough.
Size?
It's a little too fat.
Yeah,
This is a fun part though. Make your little pillows.
Is this good?
Yeah,
My God.
thank you, honey. You're going to just toss your little pillows away to the side until you're ready to fry.
That good size, Mom?
Yeah, that's great. And when you're making them, you want to try to keep them the same size so they fry all together at the same time. And you don't have to kind of pull some out and leave some in and go back and forth. So we wish Christina could have came today from live stream. Our friend Christina, she loves struvela. We hope you can come down and get some eventually one of these days. They're getting nice and golden brown and they're kind of rolling over a little bit. You always kind of want to make sure that you keep an eye on it because at any time they can go from delicious golden brown to burnt. You don't want to do that.
You found the net?
We have our bowl ready. I did. We're going to just shake them out. These are done. We're going to just show you our fried struvela. Can you see that? I don't even know if you can, yes. They look wonderful. And we're going to just put them in our bowl and get ready for the next batch. Ready, guys? This is a nice big batch we're going to do here. Okay, we're going to dump that down. Struvela's ready to go. Now, if you guys have ever seen these in the Italian market before, or even in your grocery store, they're on a plate and they're covered with jimmies and honey and they're all sticky and delicious and they come all wrapped nice in a
Is
bag.
that good size?
Oh, that's great, honey. All right, put them all together here when you're done. Good job, Jeremiah. Thank you, honey.
One more.
Keep going, yep.
You're right.
We can also do this dough if we wanted to. We could get this ready. But I think we'll do just what we have now. And then we'll put this in the refrigerator for next time, because these go fast. You'll pop these in your mouth and you won't even realize that you ate the whole bowl when you're walking around. These are coming really nice. Just give it a little shake. They're going to all kind of pop up to the top. Good girl, thank you. You guys are going at warp speed today.
I need something else to do.
You're going to stand there and just hang out for a few minutes, okay?
Wow, that's yummy.
When the struvela are done, we're going to put them in here and we're going to coat them with the honey and the jimmies. And then we're going to transfer them to a nice plate. Almost done. Now I'm going to show you, it's a little bit hot, but we have a really, really beautiful inside. Jeremiah, would you go show them this? Maybe you can break one open by the camera so they can hear the crispy. They're really crispy. Okay, no more.
You were about to eat another one.
I was going to eat another one because they're so delicious. I love them.
I'm going to give one to the refrigerator.
Go ahead and give one to gluten-free grandma. They're just nice little fluffy pillows. They're so delicious. They're a lot of fun. And all of both of my kids love them. My husband doesn't really like, right? Daddy doesn't really like them. But my brother loves them. And gluten-free grandma loves them. So we always want to keep those two people happy, right? Alright, so these are lovely. These are done. These are good, right?
So beautiful.
These are beautiful. Okay, we're just going to look at how beautiful these are. They're coming out lovely. I don't know if you can see that. We're going to put another batch in. See how quick this goes? You'll be done with this in no time. You can have a little fryer like this, or you have just it on the stove top. You could just put a pot of oil on the stove and keep it at 350 or medium, and then you can just keep taking it in and out. We actually have a combination of sunflower and safflower oil in our fryer today, and it seems to be frying them up really nicely. Jeremiah, stop. All right, now don't stick them all together, guys. We don't want them stuck together. So separate those, please. Out, out, out. Out, out, out. Hey, hey. This fryer lets you know if it's hot enough, and you can drop down the basket by the light being on or off. If you're frying a lot, you need to give it a chance to rest and regain its temperature. And if you have a lot of flour in there, you might need to filter it out once you're done frying. We did a lot of frying at our restaurant, and a lot of the times I'd be on the fryer, all the baskets would be down, and everything would have to be dropped in, and you have to keep everything on time. It was a lot of fun, but it was really, really crazy. But those were really fun times at the boardwalk. All right. We didn't make strudel though. You think I have pressure?
A lot of pressure on yourself when you have a lot of customers and you have to cry everything.
Yes, Sophia knows because in Minecraft she has a store, right? You have a store you have to cook for people? What do you have to make for them? Chef? Nobody comes in because they might not know where she is on Minecraft. She put a restaurant up, but she has unicorns.
No, everybody knows where I am because
you have unicorns in there, though, don't you?
Unicorns? You don't
Horses?
make unicorns.
No.
What do you have in your store?
I have 4 houses.
It's a restaurant.
She has a restaurant, but you had animals in it.
Then I had to kill them.
Oh, no. All right, Jeremiah, you're going to get out the swivel in the refrigerator that we have ready to go. And check on our cooking starter. You know, when we're only doing 1 or 2 things at a time, I don't know what to do with myself because usually we have 3 or 4 things going on. And we're cooking and we're making dough and we're putting stuff in the oven. And today it's just like a light day. We're making shlula, amaretto cookie tart. The amaretto cookie tart is in the oven, so there's nothing I can do with that. The strudela are in the fryer, and we're just kind of waiting until they turn nice and brown and crispy, and then we take them out. Okay, so please stop. Okay, so we have, this is the bag of strudela that we made earlier, and this is basically the same batch that we made, and we just put them in the refrigerator. Now you can freeze this. Do you have the hiccups again? No. You can actually freeze this until you're ready for your Christmas or your holiday, whatever you're celebrating, and then you can put the honey and the jimmies on it. You can't do that before the freezer though, because then they'll be all gross. Alright, so we're gonna shake ours here. These are almost done.
Stop eating them.
We're just gonna add a little bit of ours to just fill the bowl up. Go get that. We're going to take these out. Are you okay? We don't need that yet. We're going to put the rest in here. Oh, look at those. They look so good.
have them covered in honey and
They look
sugar.
so good. What, honey?
Now another batch.
We have another batch that we're going to put in. This is our last batch. So you can see how many that makes just by that about 2 cups of flour. Alright, now our temperature is up to 350. They're ready to go. This is our last, I'll have to have one more. The little ones that stick together, I love them. I'm so good. So crispy. Really fluffy. I think the coconut oil just makes it better. What do you think? You like them? Alright. Let's put our Santa away for now. We have our amaretto cookie tart. Thank you, honey. What do you say in Italian? What do you say in Italian?
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. What about today? We're making cookies. We're making cookies today.
I forgot it.
All right, so we have our strudela in the fryer. It's so exciting when you have a little fryer like this, like a tabletop. And it's very easy to set up and put away, and you can leave the oil in it or not. You guys, move out of the way, please. Thank you. Move over. Please, thank you. What are you doing? What do you have there? She's translating in Italian on her iPod. Alright, so we have our wild honey that we got from our local farmer. We're going to use that for our stuvula. We also have our jimmies here that we're going to use. We got the red and green with the white because of Christmas. You can do any color. They all run. We haven't found any yet that haven't run.
Un biscotto.
Stand up and say what you want to say.
Posso avere uno
You already had one. You already had one. You already had one. Is there any in here? Here. There you go. Take one. So we haven't found any actual jimmies that don't run. So if you guys have them out there or you found them, just let us know. Give us a call or shoot us an email at abcglutenfree@gmail.com. Stuvula. And we just want to thank you guys for all of our followers on live stream, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram. If any of you are out there, we'd love to hear from you. If you've made any of our recipes, let us know. If you're just enjoying the show, let us know. We'd love to hear it. So we're a gluten-free family of 5. When I got diagnosed with Hashimoto's, we decided that we're going to try to go gluten-free and see what happened. And in 3 weeks, I felt completely different. In 3 days, I was wide awake and feeling really, really great. And in 3 weeks, my thyroid was working perfectly. So we attest all of that to being gluten-free. Now, we did have to go a little deeper. I have a more restricted diet than the kids actually had chosen to go gluten-free. But I have a more restricted diet because I do have a heart condition and my thyroid will fluctuate with different foods. So I'm very, very careful. That's why we replace a lot of the eggs and a lot of the sugar and those kind of things in our recipes. But we hope you enjoy the show, and we're so glad that you guys tune in with us. So we have our last batch of stuvula out. Oh, there goes one, Sophia.
Get it.
Get it, get it.
I'll get it.
Okay, hold on. Alright, so we're going to just turn our fryer off for now because we're not going to need it anymore for today. And we're actually going to try to move it just a little bit.
Posso avere stuvula.
She just wants to eat all day long. Jeremiah, can I just slide that over to you? Thank you. Alright, I'm just going to move the fryer. This was the best thing I ever bought. If you guys, are looking for a fryer, this little Gordon Ramsay fryer was awesome. Now, they have like the Emerald one, which is 2 baskets, which I love. And they also have like the Fry Daddy, which we've had, and we kind of abused it so much that we can't use it anymore. But for the struvula, for any of your Zappalis or funnel cakes, this is really great to use. All right, Jeremiah, how's the cookie tart coming?
I don't know, I can't see.
Check it. Go check on it.
What's it called?
Nice.
Nice.
Let me see. Why did you put it to the side like that? Just go right to the middle.
It's all
Alright, so for the Amaretto cookie tart, it's almost done. It has about 2 or 3 more minutes. I just pulled the parchment off so the top can get a little crispy. Now is the time when you can add a little bit of that crystallized sugar in that if you want to, or you can even do an egg wash and you can brighten it up that way. We're going to leave it just the way it is because we want you to see it in its original form, and so you can alter it any way that you like and make the recipe your own. You ready to make this? We need a big bowl.
A big bowl about that.
Alright, to do our stuvula, we're going to use our big bowl because it gets kind of messy.
Hi, sprinkles on mine.
Okay, excuse me. Alright, so we're going to put our stuvula in the bowl. We're going to add our honey. You can do agave or maple syrup if you want. No. You can use agave or maple syrup if you want to exchange that honey if you're vegan, okay? Oh, wait, you can't use the maple syrup, but you could use the agave, I think. I don't really know, but you have to look that up yourself. Alright, let me see if I can get this off. Ooh,
Use a knife.
I got it. Thank you. Alright, we're going to take our honey and just drizzle it right over.
That's a lot of honey.
So delicious. These are so good. They just make me smile thinking about them. Let's get a spoon.
A spoon, no.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, now we're going to just toss that. Sophia, toss it. Jeremiah, can you wait, honey? No. Hey. You toss it with the honey.
Oh, the
Gluten-free grandma, you put the sprinkles in now, or you put it when you put them on top?
When I put it on top.
You put the sprinkles in when you put on top.
Well,
We
I
also
want
have
to
no.
put it on
We also have these little snowflake sprinkles that we had, and these little candy canes, but we found out that they're not gluten-free, so they have to go in the garbage. Okay, out. All right, so now we're gonna put our sriracha back in our bowl. Thank you, honey. Uh-oh, we lost one. And you know, all that honey in there, you don't have to throw that away. You can just scrape it out until you get it all out of there. Alright, now is the time for the sprinkles. Now you might want to leave the spoon in there because you can serve little portions to everybody. Easy, okay? Don't get nutty, just do it nice.
You gotta spread it out.
Too high up, honey, for this kind of a thing. Gotta go low. Alright, Jeremiah, you want to show everybody and maybe snap a photo? Okay, oh, okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough. You always have to go overboard. Go wash up. Go wash up. Okay. Jeremiah's going to show you our sriracha with our honey and all of that delicious sprinkles on top. Look, there goes. We lost some, we lost some, we lost some. I'm going to lick the spoon. Come on, Jeremiah, bring him back.
I gotta take a picture.
All right. So we definitely want to eat some because. Wait, let Jeremiah get a picture.
Sorry we're doing this to you.
She said sorry. That makes it all fine. These are really delicious. Now, if you left this bowl out on the counter, these would be gone, right?
In our house.
Gluten-free grandma, come and have some.
Come on.
Oh, she doesn't want to come over
We're
here.
not
So we'll bring
bringing
them
it
to
to
her.
you.
Yeah, you bring them to her. Delicious. Delicious.
Look at her little bowl.
Let's check on the chart. Jeremiah's going to make us a nice cup of coffee with a little bit of almond crema on top. Jeremiah,
Yeah.
coffee.
Yep.
Look at these. Delicious little strudel. These are great to make for little gifts too.
Bon appetit.
Look at this. All right. Here's our amaretto cookie tart.
Delicious.
Now, technically, we should let it smell so good. I smell almonds and orange, and oh, it just smells so delicious. Technically, you should let this rest for about 10 minutes, but we're gonna just kind of go and pop it out. We can't wait. How's the strudel? Delicious, right? They're nice and crispy. They're very light. You know, once you get the right ratio of baking powder and all the applesauce and everything, it just comes out delicious. Alright, so as you can see, our beautiful amaretto cookie tart. Now we're going to cut into this. Don't you think we're going to leave this alone? We have to see how beautiful it's inside. Look at that crust. It tastes delicious. This is so good. Alright, Massimiliano, I hope you like this because you really should have come down and had a bite. Because it's not fair that we're making you drool over there.
Yeah, it's not fair.
Alright, I'm going to cut into that. If it falls apart, you totally understand that you're supposed to let it cool for about 10 minutes. Alright, what? More strudel? Oh, you love strudel? Okay. We're going to put this strudel aside for now because we're going to cut into the amaretto cookie tart. Okay, Sophia? Sophia? We're putting the strudel aside for now, okay? Alright, let's clean off a little bit of our space. Now, of course, you want to serve that on a nice Christmas dish. We would take that off and remove everything. Ow, that's hot. You don't want to do that. Okay. Let me just clean up my mess a little bit so you guys don't see this beautiful amaretto cookie tart with a mess next to it. Alright, Sophie, can you put that away, please? Alright, and we hope you BYON because we have ours and we're ready for our cookie tart. Sophie, are you ready for a piece of cookie tart? Can you get, oh no, I'll get it out now. little bit of mascarpone and we've got the cream that's ready in here to go. Leave it back here for now. We've got our beautiful little Christmas dishes that we'll use from my wonderful friend Patty. She gave me those, I think, 20 years ago, and I still use them every Christmas. Okay, here we go. This is the exciting part of cutting this cookie tart. Oh, look who's coming up now. What are you doing here? Huh? What are you doing here? Look at this. This is beautiful. Look at that. Fabulous. This is beautiful. Okay, so now it's up to you. We have the little mascarpone regatta cream. We have powdered sugar. You could just do powdered sugar on top and it'll be beautiful. Or you could do a little bit of a dollop of this.
Yeah.
Powdered sugar.
A dollop for me with powdered sugar on top.
This is our beautiful amaretto cookie tart by Siciliami. Thank you for the cookies, guys. We really appreciate it. We've had a blast cooking with these, and I just have to take a bite. What do you think? You want a bite? You want to share with me? Have a bite. Oh, stop eating those now. Mommy do it. Mommy has to do it. All right, I'll cut you a little piece. Okay, she wants a little piece. The inside is so delicious, and it's just not too much. You know, when you have a little too much, just a minute. When you have too much, it just doesn't go well. So this is the perfect little ending to your Christmas dinner, this amaretto cookie tart. Now, normally we make it huge. So you would double the recipe, you use 2 eggs, you use almost 4 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar. We always cut back on the sugar because we just don't like it. It still comes out delicious. You do need the sugar to crisp up the dough. You want to do cheers and have a cup of coffee with me?
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to Italy. You're so cute. Jeremiah's got that beautiful almond creme foam on top. It's so delicious, and it really goes perfectly with our little cookie tart. Would you like a bite now? This is just the perfect ending to a Christmas dinner. Or any dinner for that matter.
Delicious.
Gluten-free grandma's waiting. We have to give her a piece of this. This is so good, Mom. This is delicious.
Delicious.
Jeremiah, you still have the hiccups. All right, gluten-free grandma's going to get a little dollop of this mascarpone.
Maybe a little sugar.
Give that to gluten-free grandma. Does she have a
Put
fork?
sprinkles on top.
Here you go, fork.
She got one.
I think I'm absolutely... You need a piece of cake?
All
All right, let me see if I can show you the inside, if Jeremiah can maybe show you. It's hot on the bottom. It's hot. You want to just take it over like this? You have to be really careful, though, if you're going to do that. No. Put it down, put it down. We'll put on our Santa plate. And I'll let Jeremiah try to show you. You got to hold on to it, though. Don't tilt it. The amaretto cookie tart came out beautiful. The inside is really soft and very creamy. The cookies in there just kind of almost melt, and they make like a little almond cream inside with the ricotta cheese. Uh-oh.
Some cake. I need some cake.
Alright, so when you're making this at home, you definitely need to double this recipe. Because this is almost gone, and we didn't even get to Christmas yet. We're going to have to make another, we're going to have to make another one for Christmas.
Powdered sugar, please.
You're going to have to go get it. And we're so thankful that you guys sent us all those boxes because we may just have enough to make one more. Because everybody's been eating them and sneaking them. Oh my goodness, let me help you. It's coming out this way. You have to push it all the way down.
That's good.
Okay. Now when you have the cake out on display, you can always trim off the edges, but I really like the way it looks. Just a little bit more rustic.
Yeah.
And then you can just kind of put all the powdered sugar on the top.
Yummy.
And that just really looks fabulous.
I put sprinkles on it.
All right. Tell me how you like it. Delicious?
The sprinkles on it, yeah.
It's delicious anyway, right? I'm gonna have one more bite because it's sitting here. We've got a little bit of addition of the chocolate chips. You can even just do the ricotta cheese on the cookies and leave the chocolate chips out. You can even do a little bit of jam inside. There's some beautiful jams out there from Italy and from France that are just true jams that you could just put a little bit of inside. It'd be delicious. What do you think? Delicioso?
Delicioso.
I guess it's time for us to go. What do you guys think? All done. Today we made for you an amaretto cookie tart with our Siciliani cookies from Massa Milano. Thank you so much, guys. If you want to order those cookies one more time, it is gooditaliaspecialties.com, and they're out of New York. They're local, guys. They just travel all over the world, and they find the best Italian products to bring to us in the U.S. We really appreciate that, especially a gluten-free amaretto cookie. This is delicious, guys. Thank you. So shout out to you guys. We also made our struvola. That is just a traditional recipe for my grandmother. We substituted the eggs and the dairy, and we used our applesauce and our almond milk, and they just came out wonderful, and they haven't stopped eating them since. So we hope you guys enjoyed the show today. We hope you have a wonderful Christmas, and we hope you really celebrate the true meaning of Christmas, because we really find peace and joy in that, and we want to share that with you. So Merry Christmas, and what am I saying?
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Bon appetit. Oh, good job.
Arrivederci.
We want you guys to come, taste and see how good it is to be gluten-free. Have a great day. God bless you guys, and Merry Christmas. Thank you for helping.
Arrivederci.
Thank you for helping.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Goodbye. Arrivederci. Let's have some
Wardrobe by Tula the Boutique. Music by various artists. Hair by Body Blends. Makeup by Artistry. Follow us on Livestream, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest at ABC Gluten Free. ABC Gluten Free is a production of AmericanBots.com.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.